Alright guys, welcome back. We're back here at the shop. You remember when we left off this brand new TIPM? Well, brand new reman TIPM. I'm getting ready to install. For the life of me, I can't remember why. So we'll resume with some diagnostic, guys. Yes, let's go inside and see. Because I need a memory. I don't know if I can't remember if my helper tried to die. I don't remember. Alright, but this is a rental car. Starts up. So it's not a no start, guys. I'm just trying to figure out why. Now, one thing we noticed, guys, I think this was a bus issue, bus network issue, where bus was off the network. Because as you can see, it's only 36,000 miles. And one thing I noticed, guys, this radio do not work. Alright, it's a fairly new car. Now, I don't know if any of you guys familiar with the bus network, but in some cases, the radio is on the bus. And now older model cars, guys, there was time, just say an old model 2010, just say a 2010 PT Cruise. There was time the radio could actually prevent your car from starting. Yes, because it's tied in with the bus network, an internal short within the radiator could kill the bus, and your car wouldn't start. Do you know how many people I had to counsel or to tell what to check as far as no start, no crank, no start over the internet and things like that? I'm like, yes, unplug your radio, unhook your radio. There's a bus, a two connect the bus pin on the rear of a lot of Chrysler product radio. Okay, if that's plugged in and your radio is internal, yes, it could pull down the bus and cause you all kinds of problems. No starts, everything. There was literally used to be PT Cruisers towed in where I go outside, simply take the radio out, of course, unplug it, and it fires right up. Yes, it could pull the bus down. That could be this case. I'm getting nothing. Now, I don't know if it's a fuse or anything like that. I'm just speculating. But just so you know, guys, if the radio and pretty much all the newer stuff, the entertainment system is tied into the radio. So it very well could be on the bus. So without speculating, guys, I got my pod plugged in. Let's go to the computer and see what we got going on. Let's get it. I'm going to leave this key on. Alright guys, yes, 27 fault codes now. So what I'm going to do, let's go pull up the topology. Whoa, look at this. Okay guys, notice what's in the red. Yes, radio is offline, guys. I don't know if it's dead or there's no power supply going to it, but that could very well, I'm not sure. Let's look at the fault codes first. All DTCs. Whoa, most of these are communication codes. Lost communication with radio, lost communication with cluster, voltage below specs. Another one, lost communication. So everybody want to know what a radio is at. Look at that, guys. CAN interior bus. Okay, yes, I do have some bus communication issues. Lost communication with radio, CAN interior bus codes in the TIPM. Whoa, the TIPM has the most codes, guys. So maybe that's why TIPM lost everything. Lost communication with a lot of. Anytime you got a module that lost communication with everybody else, it's typically that module. Okay, CAN interior bus. Even the power sliding door has a. All right, let's do this, guys. This is a lot of codes to try to cipher. Let's go directly to the TIPM. Okay, and look at DTCs. Lost communication with radio. That's the only one active. Everybody else is stored. So I'm thinking, well, what I need to do, guys, what you need to do, or what you should do. Look, there's a lot of codes in the TIPM. Okay. Would that give off the impression that there's a problem with the TIPM? Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. But I highly recommend you do diagnostics. All right, let's try this. Lost communication with radio. DVD. There's different options here, guys. So maybe depending on what radio you have. This looks like a simple base model radio. So let's do this. Let's choose that one. We're gonna go. Okay, under lost communication with radio diagnostic. For complete CAN IHS bus topology wiring diagram, click that. Alright, head straight to the possible cause. CAN bus circuit open or shorted. Very well could be. TIPM not configured correctly. That very well could be. But how would the TIPM lose configuration? Alright, so I'm on the possible cause. And as you can see, yes, CAN bus open or short could cause that. DTC, it did have some battery codes, but I highly doubt that. TIPM not configured. That's easily doable. Radio power supply, radio ground. You have to have power supply and ground for the radio to function. And last but not least, the module that set this code. So the module that set this code is the TIPM. So we still very well could have a problem with the TIPM. Now, if this car get a new TIPM, will that radio power back up? I don't know. I don't know. God, I hate you really don't want to be guessing at high dollar parts like this, guys. So the simplest thing I'm gonna do is check this radio. You know why I keep saying radiator, and verify that no fuses are blown. It's something simple like that. Okay, because that is active. All right. Everything else is stored, lost communicate. Everything is active, pointing toward the radio. Okay, and everything else is stored. So let's check this radio out, guys. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so we pretty much committed to this TIPM, so I decided I couldn't see nothing straightforward visually with the radio, all the fuses going to it. Who knows, it may power back on. I don't know, but I was told to get this TIPM, that came in on the car. So it's one of those shut up and do what you're told. Time to time they get like that, guys. You know, I think it's an insurance company anyway paying for it, but that don't mean you don't lack, but or that don't mean don't give it your all. You still need to try to get it right, because if nothing else, your image is on the line, guys. I have an image at stake. Okay, I do not want it to be known or said that JT just a parts changer. You see what I'm saying? So, guys, make sure. Y'all should already know that any kind of battery, any kind of electrical work, you should disconnect the battery. Now I'm gonna go ahead and unplug all these up, guys, and fire this back up off camera, and we'll see where we're staying at that point. This is the new TIPM. All right, it's just simple. I'm just gonna plug all the connectors back in. We'll talk some more about that later, guys. Let me get this TIPM on. Stay tuned. All right, guys, I got the brand new TIPM in. This is the old one. Like I say, you can't look at this and tell it was bad, guys. There's no way. And I think the new ones come. Let me make sure. Yeah, see this IOD fuse? It's not pushed all the way down, so you will have to. That'll drive you crazy. See that? They come brand new with the IOD disconnected. So, look at the difference, guys. See this one using, I guess these are better relays. These are gray. This is 2019 model. That doesn't mean something is wrong with these relays. In fact, I'm gonna try to hang on. If they don't want this back at a core, I'm gonna keep all these fuses and stuff and just keep for emergencies. All right, guys, I got the charge on this thing. I had to charge it up a little bit, so let's go in and see what happens since we got all the connectors on the TIPM. All right, here we go. Yes, guys, starting up and running. Well, I kind of figured that, but here's the shocker to me, guys. I now have radio operation. So basically what that tells me, the network or I don't think the power supply, well, it could, because the TIPM housed the fuse. So the TIPM could have been internally shorted and not supplying power to the radio. But at any rate, I wish, and I'm not saying I wish this wouldn't have fixed it, because I would have got a chance to show you guys the diagnostic procedure on how I go by finding out why a radio won't power up. The simplest thing is the power supply and ground. Okay, and I did check the fuses, but it's a lot of things going on inside that TIPM that can affect radio. My radio is up, guys. All I did was replace the TIPM. Now, naturally, I took this out just to see, you know, the connections in the rear, if anything was unplugged or anything like that. But so all of those fault codes. Well, let's go look at the bus, the topology. Let's go look at the topology right now. But I'm running. I have radio. I'm sure my radio is not red anymore. Let's go take a look. Instead of talking about it, let's be about it. All right, guys, we're back at the computer. As you can see, still got a lot of fault codes, but I think those are just set. Yes, guys, y'all see that? I am back on the network as far as the bus. Let's look at, yes, every last one of these codes are now stored. Nothing is active. Can be bus. So that TIPM took out the bus network. It took out, that's the reason why it wouldn't talk to any. Now, a couple of codes I have in the TIPM so far: vehicle configuration not programmed. That's simply because I hadn't programmed it, or I haven't reconfigured. Let's go directly to the TIPM. Yes, DTCs. Yes, battery low. I had to charge on the battery, so that's corrected. Vehicle configuration not programmed. Now, guys, here's what you should do after every time you replace a TIPM. All right. Now, I don't know how you guys scan tools are set up, but we simply go to guided diagnostic, restore vehicle configuration right here. We click that and we click continue, and my pod will download off FCA servers into my pod, and from there into the car. Look at that, vehicle configuration program successfully. So click close. Now, guys, we can erase all these DTCs. And voila, nothing. Okay, all of those bus communication codes, everything is gone. Every module is on the bus. This is a 2019 Caravan. This is the way it should be. All right. No, my initial thinking was maybe the radio took out the bus because it wasn't on the bus. But in all actuality, the TIPM knocked the radio off the bus. Okay, so how can you determine if your fault is the TIPM or the radio? I did not go through that on this video because I was playing devil's advocate. And besides, we had a TIPM here, so I went ahead and installed it. I really want you guys to see how I go by trying to figure out which one is at fault. So, but y'all stay with me long enough, you bound to hear about it, okay? Because I do this on a daily basis, all right? If you subscribe to the channel, you likely will see a video soon coming up, how to determine which module is at fault, all right? Because there will be instances where I do not have a TIPM waiting on me to install, but because that was the case here, I simply installed it and see what happened. And this is what happened. So the TIPM fixed the problem, guys. What was the actual problem? That remains to be. I hate doing this too, guys, but at least you get to see. I don't know. I want you guys to get something out of every video. I don't think you got much out of this except for guessing at a TIPM. That's not exactly what we did. We gave it an educated. Well, I don't even want to say that. Just stay tuned for some more advanced videos on how to troubleshoot bus network and system like that. All right, guys, I'm done with this car, so I'm about to put everything back together, the radio and all, and go test drive it, and that'll be a wrap. That's all I have, guys. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next video.